Hello, it is March 16th, 12:50. I am about to go pick up Brenna from the airport. So I just called a taxi and I'm gonna head down there right now. Her flight lands at 1:25. I'm gonna go pick her up. Let's go.
My toast.
No one can see nothing. You wanted to restart? Brenna made it. We got the taxi and she's here. It's crazy. Okay, so Brenna's here. She's taking a shower and then we're gonna go out and get some coffee. It is 2 p.m. and their flight was on time. She got her bag. Her flights and stuff went so smooth, which is so good. And she has all of her bags, which is such a bonus. So we go get some coffee and kind of just show her the town. But the way that Pamplona is set up, so where I'm living, we took a taxi from the airport back to my place, and so it was just like funny getting to like show her all the, like just point out all the stores that I go to, like groceries and mall and stuff, because like the first week she has my location. She would look at the map. What? Yeah. So she had my location on a map, and so she'd like look, she's like, oh my gosh, I know that McDonald's and I know where that mall is and I know where all these places are from looking at your location, which is super fun. Should be interesting. I'm excited for Brenna to kind of experience it. Pamplona is very, like, it's a smaller town. It's more authentic than like I think if you were to go to Barcelona or Madrid, just because a lot of people will cater to you there. But here, like, you get like the small town vibe here. She'll get a little bit of a bigger town, bigger. We're going to Bilbao tomorrow. And then we're gonna go to Lourdes. So we're gonna take you along for this week. So this is Brenna's packing. We have a nice backpack plus huge suitcase. And how long are you staying?
3 months.
1 week.
My travels were horrible, but also good. Because nothing went wrong, but I was waiting for an outrageous amount of time. But that meant I wasn't rushing to my next flight. 2 4-hour layovers.
Oh. We're in the plaza, Brenna's first time. We got to just see the runners. I forgot what it's called. But they run from town to town handing baton. And Brenna got to see it. I've never seen it. It's a once a year situation, I think. There's the famous Hemingway Cafe. Okay, I'm showing Brenna part of the way. We're in the city wall area. Very pretty. And we walked part of the Camino because there's the little shells everywhere around here because it walks through here. So Brenna wanted to walk some of it.
That's true.
See, look at that. Camino, Brenna and I, one day, maybe, we will be back.
One day we'll be back.
My little Colorado girl in Spain. Yay. España. So what may we find at this park, Brenna?
Let me tell you.
Okay, let's see. What's happening?
First up, we have these lovely duck. You'll continue to your right here. You will encounter, I don't know what they are, but they look like circles with heads. Maybe quail. I don't really know what quail look like. We have baby chicken, larger chicken, also rooster.
Yeah.
Then
what do we have over here?
You have a literal gobbler. Like, happy Thanksgiving. Just a random deer. Last but certainly not least, you have swans.
Oh, she
also
can't zoom into
llama.
it. Oh yeah, Brenna thought that black thing laying there's a llama. So beautiful.
Blobbed together, it had a really long neck.
This is Brenna's first time on our bus. We in fact missed the one we were supposed to get, so now we are late.
We were running.
We were running and he did not wait.
My throat is still spicy from
Brenda's first pinchos. This is the first place I think I went for pinchos, or second.
Aww.
Get beer. We get beer. And then we got croqueta. I'm not exactly sure what's in that one. I also have no idea what's inside that one. I never know what's inside any pincho. I just go based off picture or what's sitting there. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, I'd say.
I'd say it's pretty good. Not honoring.
And seafood.
I feel like it.
I feel better.
Okay, we are on to tortilla de patata.
It's like a cheese or an egg bake.
And then we got calimocho. So
I'm so scared.
you don't like patatas bravas, potatoes, and then like some like aioli looking sauce, and then like some hot sauce situation.
It's like buffalo ranch.
Yeah. You approve?
Oh, yeah.
Stop number 3, we got a pincho it came with a beer. We got a pincho with aioli and ham. We got a draft beer that he recommended. Do you like? Pretty good? We're in the bus station and we're waiting to to bilbao. It's our bus leaves at 8, but it's like 7:30. It's St. Patrick's Day. Study up on the Rattlebog, of course.
The nest, the bird in the nest and the limb, the limb and the branch and the branch and the tree and the tree and the hole down in the valley. Yeah.
Brenna's gonna Irish dance for us today. With her beer in hand. Is Europe for vegetables? No.
I have diabetes though.
No, you don't.
Not yet.
So we made it to Bilbao. We're by the old city center and we have some coffee, donut, and the cheesecake thing that we thought was like an egg situation, and it's definitely not.
It's okay though. It's really good.
We are walking around Bilbao. Look at how pretty these colorful buildings are. We just saw the cathedral, but mass was happening, so we didn't stay. But it was beautiful.
Now it's 12:09 and I think it's Aperol Spritz time.
And we saw a market and flowers and a singer. Brenna liked the singer. Did we get sushi in Europe? Absolutely. Hi guys, welcome to the crib. This is our little pod here. Door, TV. It's time to wake up. Get up. I would love everyone to know that I did get Brenna out of bed at 4:15.
It was really hard for me.
And we got coffee. That was the bribe out of bed. Now we're gonna drink our coffee and then go to the museum. So we just got out of the Guggenheim Museum. Look how pretty it is on the outside. Brenna absolutely loved this museum. It was one of her favorites, probably the best one she's actually ever been to. If you didn't know, Brenna loves modern art. She loves the busker.
What's that?
The singer, like people who sing on the, who sing on the side.
I'm so bad.
Spider. Brenna likes this one. I have no idea where we're at, but we got some patatas bravas with aioli, church, wine, museum. What more could you want? We got some mussels, but we're a little confused because they're fried and we were not expecting that.
Show? Fried.
Yeah. But we saw at the other place for a while. We got a lot of music. I got wine, and we have 2 Guinnesses. It was 2 for $6 deal. Happy St. Patty's! Oh. My queen got breakfast in bed this morning. We got back from Bilbao, and now she is being served like the princess she is. I got a loaf. I got some other pastries. A sandwich for Brenna. I have no idea what that is. Haven't updated in a hot sec, but we got all of our groceries from the store. We got the wine, we got the bread, flowers, groceries. And we're gonna make some paella tonight because I haven't made it yet. And it's traditional Spanish food, and Brenna absolutely has no idea what it is. Oh, did you ever figure it out? Did you need to turn this off?
That's been off the whole time?
No, it probably got turned off sometime when the potatoes were on. Does Brenna like peas? I don't know. Look at this dinner, some cheese, old bread, that, and potatoes and strawberries. So we will see.
It'd be so much better if it wasn't sloppy, but it's good.
Flavor is there, texture is not. Guess what it's time for? Our favorite TV show. And what is it called? Looking at Brenna's suitcases. Another chocolate croissant for the day. And 2 more coffees.
Every update is like, we got another chocolate croissant.
And that's cheesecake. Brenna's gonna try it for the first time. Yeah? You approve?
Yep.
Scale of 1 to 10.
I just really love cream cheese. 8.
We just got some gelato because we never have enough sweets ever. Look how cute. They're in flowers. I got a chocolate stracciatella and chocolate and cherries, and she got chocolate and cherries. Bianca, what do you have?
Ice cream for dinner because we are crazy girls. We did a wonderful dance lesson. We learned how to use our belly to dance reggaeton.
Can you show us?
Yeah, let's do a little. Oh.
Like this.
Oh, look at the footwork. We're on our way home and we got some more snacks for some din tonight. €3 wine, and we're walking home. Starting the day with some brekkie. Her cortado, that's Phil. Tortilla de patata, my coffee, and this, I don't know what it is. Bread with cream. We're not in Spain anymore. Okay. So we made it to the train station, but we have a little bit of a story time. Went to San Sebastian, we got a taxi. The guy was really nice. Couldn't speak much to him, but expensive. Yeah, the guy was super nice though, and he thought it was this train station. I was like, no, I think it's a different one, but he's never heard of that train station. And so then he like convinced us, he's like, okay, I'll wait here for five minutes, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. And we're like, okay, we go in, not this one, but the guy's never heard of it. And then we found this other lady who was super sweet, could speak English, God bless. And then she was like, oh, it's only a 3-kilometer difference. Like maybe we can just get on this train before, because it would pick us up at the other station anyways. So now we're on the train and we're on our way, hopefully.
Unless something goes wrong.
No, I have faith. I have faith that we're gonna do good. We found where we were originally supposed to be.
Guy. That poor man. We're not having it.
We are currently on a bus of 3 people. He didn't even check our ticket. We don't actually know where we're for sure going, although we're pretty sure it's right. This is so French of us. Good night, and don't you forget, live, laugh, love. Good morning from Lourdes. We went to the grotto and had mass, and then we saw the sanctuary and went inside.
But
and
we
then
weren't planning on having mass.
we weren't. We were planning on having it somewhere else. They have
and
chapels.
Then 8 priests walked out.
Yeah, we have chapels on chapels. Like they're actually stacked on top of each other. For real.
Also one below everything, and it can hold like an absurd amount of people.
There's also like no cafes here that were open, so we were struggling. So we bought 2 pastries and some coffee, and now the coffee shop we wanted to go to is now open. We just got out of mass number 2 that we accidentally ran into with a bunch of bishops and 2 cardinals and a couple seminarians, I believe, and it was so good.
And 1 deacon, only 1.
When she cooks for you. We just did Stations of the Cross on Friday, which is so good during Lent, which was so amazing. But look at this beautiful view.
I'm so tired of being wet.
We just had the worst travel day.
We did.
Okay, this is like actually way later. I actually did not finish this out at all. But what happened was on our way back, our travels to and from were actually the most chaotic thing ever. The taxi driver took us to the wrong train station on our way there. We hop on this sketchy bus, which is definitely not what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to get on a train. Somehow missed the mark for that one. By the grace of God, made it to Lourdes. So on our way back, we took the trains out of Lourdes. We had 2 stops, one in Hendaye and one in Bayonne, I think. So our trains, like, they were going fine until they weren't going fine. They got like delayed. One of them got delayed a lot. And so like that was putting us at a really big time crunch. We got off at one of the French one that we were supposed to get on when we were going on our way there, but we ended up going to the wrong station. Yeah, this, I'm gonna put it down. But we went to this one and it was like literally so old, like worn down. There's no one inside. It was abandoned inside. People walk up to it and like hop on the train there. So we had no one to ask for help or anything. So we end up like getting off there and we're like, so what do we do now? We're gonna call a taxi. And mind you, all this is in French. I know absolutely like no French. I find like a little paper on the side. So I'm trying to call the taxi. He's like, I'll be there in like 10 minutes. He like doesn't come 10 minutes later. I'm like, we are getting really close to the time that we're supposed to be hopping on this bus. So I call again and they're like, okay, yeah, we have someone on the way. I don't know what happened with the other one. He was driving. We were getting super close to our bus time, and Northern Spain's buses are always on time. Never had one that was late. We were getting there and I'm like, crap, like how far out we are, like we're not gonna make it, because we had gotten to traffic. Like it was raining. It was like literally a movie scene. If someone's filming this, like it is the tragic movie scene. Like I'm telling the guy, I'm like, okay, we need to pay now. Like we need to pay now. We're gonna get out and run. We only had cards, so I was like trying to pay with my card. His thing was not working. It was not connecting to the internet. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like trying to get out of the car because I'm like, we gotta get our bags. We gotta go. We gotta run. We finally got that to work. We get out of the car. We get our bags. It is literally pouring rain, and Brenna and I are just like sprinting through San Sebastian. We're like trying to get to the bus on time because her flight was leaving the next morning, and this was the last bus out of San Sebastian. So like we were actually so screwed if we didn't make this bus. Anyways, so I get there and like trying to look really quickly on like the little direction thing, like about the bus times and like what platform it's at. I was like, okay, just one of us needs to get to the bus first, like to let him know that someone else is coming. Just one of us needs to get there first. So I found it. So I'm like sprinting there. By the grace of God, the bus was still there. It was like 2 or 3 minutes later, which that like never happens. They always pull away like exactly on time in my experience. There was still the guy waiting. So I'm like running up. Brenna comes behind later and I'm like, oh, like, are we still okay to get on this bus? And he's like, oh yeah, it's good. So like we are dripping wet, so out of breath, like huffing and puffing, like soaked. And so we get in our chairs and we were just sitting there and we're like, how in the world did we make that? And we sat there for another like 3 to 5 minutes waiting for more people. And I was like, that just has never happened in my experience. Never happened later in my experience either. All my buses so strictly on time. What in the world just happened? So we make it back. All that to say is the Lord was working overtime with our travel situations because they were so bad to and from Lourdes. Like Pamplona to Lourdes, it was a nightmare. If the Lourdes videos were very chaotic, it's because the entire trip was chaotic, but that really tracks for Brenna and I.